Have you ever gone for a scan and the sonographer said almost nothing and you are just lying there watching the screen? Nobody is explaining anything. A lot of women leave the scan room confused, worried, and already overthinking. You start asking yourself, did they see something bad? Why were they so quiet? So let us clear this up today, and more importantly, let me show you the right questions to ask so that you don't leave the scan room feeling lost. Hi, my name is Chinaza. I am a medical sonographer, and on this space, it is everything ultrasound. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through some of the questions you can ask before, during, or after your scan. So why didn't your sonographer explain anything? In most settings, sonographers are not the ones meant to interpret and explain your results. Their role is to scan, capture, take images, take measurements, and document findings. Your doctor is responsible for explaining what those findings actually mean for your health, especially since your doctors have your entire clinical information and ultrasound is just one part of it. Also, sometimes staying quiet is intentional because giving partial information can cause unnecessary fear. So when your sonographer is silent, it doesn't always mean that something is wrong. Even with that, your experience should not feel cold or confusing. You should still get clear instructions, basic communication, and professional guidance. And that's where your questions come in. So what should you ask your sonographer before the scan? Before the scan, you can ask questions like, what type of scan am I doing today, or what exactly is this scan for? Especially if you don't know what the scan is meant for, whether you're a referral or you're a walk-in patient. This will help you understand what area is being examined, whether it's the abdomen, the pelvis, pregnancy, or what have you. So you are not just lying there without context. I've had a patient whose concern was his liver, but he requested for a pelvic scan at the reception and was registered for a pelvic scan. Apparently, he needed an abdominal scan, not a pelvic scan. It was when he came in for the scan, I asked what his complaint was, and he told me he's here to check for his liver because of his hepatitis condition. And I told him, you don't need a pelvic scan, you need an abdominal scan. And I had to refer him back to the reception for proper registration. So asking questions will help you understand what the scan is meant for and if it's answering your clinical need. Another question you can ask is, do I need a full bladder or an empty bladder? This is very important because bladder status affects image quality. A full bladder, for example, helps in pelvic scans by pushing organs into clearer view, and it is only needed for a pelvic scan or early transabdominal pregnancy scan. If you are doing any other scan outside this, you don't need a full bladder, so you don't end up drinking water for no reason. So always ask if you need a full bladder or an empty bladder for the scan. You can also ask if there's anything you should know before we start. This opens door for instructions or what to expect, so you are more relaxed during the scan. When you proceed for the scan, you are not asking for results. During the scan, you are asking for the process. For example, they may say they are checking the uterus, the ovaries, the liver, kidneys, or the baby, and you might need your sonographer to walk you through it since you don't understand the ultrasound images. So instead of just lying there confused about what is happening on the screen, you can ask your sonographer to explain the images they are seeing on the screen so that you can better understand the process or what is happening. You can also ask if you need to adjust anything. Sometimes small changes like turning, holding your breath, or repositioning can improve the scan, and this question shows that you are engaged. After the scan, you can ask questions like, when will my results be ready? This will help you plan your next step instead of waiting anxiously without knowing. You can also ask, do I need to see my doctor? Some results need immediate review, while others can wait, and this question will help you prioritize your next step. Another question you can ask is, will I need another scan? Some conditions require follow-up scans or monitoring. In cases of follicular tracking or an anomaly that requires second review or close monitoring, asking questions like this prepares you mentally and financially. Lastly, asking questions is good, but understand this boundary. Your sonographer may guide you, but they may not give you a full diagnosis. That final discussion always comes from your doctor. Next time you go for a scan, don't just lie there silently creating your own fears. Ask questions, understand the process, and stay informed because your health is too important for any form of guesswork. If you have any more questions or confusions or experience you would like to share, feel free to drop it in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.